It is Grind City Wrestling, and I am Dustin Starr. Thank you for joining us here for episode 326. You can go back and check out Grind City Wrestling in the archives. It's real simple. You can download the Grind City Media app or just head over to grindcitymedia.com/podcast. Last week, we had tons of news that we had to discuss, including Seth Rollins going commando. It was riveting conversation. You got to go back and check that out in the archives. This week, wrestling is drunk and it's absolutely lost its mind, and I will explain exactly what I'm talking about here in just a minute. But first, got to introduce my co-host, my tag team partner, ladies and gentlemen, Devin Walker, baby!
How you doing, Dustin 5-Star?
I'm doing good. Did you wrap up that text there? You want to share it with everybody?
Oh, I was just watching the Jacob Fatu promo over and over again.
I was going to say, is that the same promo we've watched already 5 times?
Yeah, it is. Nobody does the walking promos like my dog Jacob Fatu.
You know what I mean?
I'm going to beat your ass from coast to coast on NBC from... Wait, what did he say? He said, I'm going to beat your ass from post to post on NBC from coast to coast. You know what I mean? 5, 2. My guy got a new T-shirt, man. I'll tell you.
A huge announcement dropped regarding the bloodline earlier today, and I'm going to share that with you in just a second. But first, you got to follow Devin on social media at Devin_Walker2. What's new?
Nothing much, my guy. I got the Eddie Guerrero shirt on today. Rest in peace to Eddie. You know,
what year is that?
One of the greatest to do it, Eddie Guerrero. It's the shirt that WWE made when he passed away. It's a funeral joint with the Viva La Raza on the back.
And it is faded. That is not a black T-shirt.
Yeah,
that's not even charcoal anymore. That is a gray T-shirt.
Yeah,
I'm surprised the screen printing hasn't peeled off of it just yet.
This is why you got to get the vintage, bro. Because we're not with the reprints. We get the OG Eddie Guerrero. So yeah, rest in peace to Viva La Raza, man. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
One of my favorite wrestlers of all time as well. We were at the Mid-South MegaCon over the weekend. King Cobra pulled up and dapped up, showing love to $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. The first time these guys have seen each other since Mid-South Wrestling 40 years ago, Devin.
Wow.
This video has 1 million views on Facebook and another 1 million views on Instagram.
I'm not even going to ask what the comments look like.
And it is the hatinous ass comments that you have ever seen.
Yeah, I figured
You want to talk about Virgil jokes?
Oh, I was about to make a Virgil joke.
The little kid that bounced the basketball that Ted kicked the ball away from. Yeah. There are so many terrible jokes in the comments.
But engagement, pal. Looking ass. Engagement, pal. He's going to put on his show this week 1 million impressions on a Facebook post. He's talking about this exact same Facebook post. I tell you about Memphis Vince, man. Look, one over here.
Well, think about it. So they're like, oh, man, I don't know if $1 Million Man knew who King Cobra was. It's like, well, King Cobra didn't know who he was either.
That's tough.
I swear it's been 40 years. Those guys were like looking at each other like.
With a square up?
Just
then the Spider-Man.
Is it you? Is it you? Yeah, it's like
Ted
the Spider-Man
DiBiase
meme.
looks a lot different than his promo photo that y'all use, my guy.
I did not use it, but yeah, you're exactly right. So June 8th, former WWE Women's Champion Jazz is thugging and bugging and coming to Memphis Wrestling. Also on June 8th, our buddy John Roser is going to be at Memphis Wrestling. How is this going to go, Devin?
I don't know. Roser's a crapshoot guy, man. You never know what comes out of Roser's mouth. I'm pretty sure with you, a combination between you and Roser, it's going to be a lot of corn that goes on that Memphis Wrestling broadcast.
I don't know. You think Roser's going to get body slammed?
No chance, Roser. He has a bad back. There's no chance. There's no chance.
You better stay as far away from the ring as you possibly can. That's coming up on June 8th, but next week right here on Grind City Wrestling, the Phenom Jazz is going to join us on the pod.
Wow. I'm looking forward to it. I want to do some research for that.
Oh, former women's champion. She's in the NWA. She's in TNA Wrestling. She's with the Dog Pound Training Academy out in Texas, so she's going to come in and do a training seminar and then also hopefully rough somebody up. Also, regarding the bloodline, the news that dropped today, a press release is out. Tickets are on sale. Rikishi is coming to Memphis Wrestling, and I can't wait to back that thing up. Oh, yeah. Come on, show me.
No,
you sing all the theme songs.
I'm not bagging my thing.
Do the Rikishi.
What?
The peoples want to see it.
The dance joint?
Yeah, let's do it.
We got to do that.
We need a music video.
We got to do the video. But yeah, shout out Rikishi. That's big time, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do my Jacob Fatu promo.
Yeet.
I can do that, but I want to do the The Jacob Fatu. This is Jacob Fatu. I'm here. Y'all know what I mean? Yeah, I want to do that.
Also, another thing, a big surprise that I have for you is that Rikishi will join us here on the Grind City Wrestling Podcast before the event. So 2 events are on sale now. In Tupelo on Friday, August the 22nd, Rikishi is coming to help us raise funds for St. Jude. So get those tickets, memphiswrestling.tv. Then on Sunday, August the 24th, Rikishi will be live at the Wrestle Center, meeting and greeting and yeeting. Get those tickets. They're on sale now.
Oh, gosh.
memphiswrestling.tv. I can't wait. First of all, I love Rikishi.
So do I.
I love Brian Christopher.
Rest in peace.
I don't love Scotty Too Hottie, but I could if he was cool.
You don't love Scotty Too Hottie?
Oh, there's a whole story.
Go ahead, tell it. Tell it.
I'm trying to be a positive here.
Tell it. No,
Scotty was not nice. I'll just leave it that way. Scotty, let's just put it this way. It got so bad with Scotty Too Hottie at the Wrestle Center that I told Gun Show and Mike Anthony just to watch out for me for just a second. Like,
really?
I thought that dude was wanting to go to blows.
You gonna fight Scotty Too Hottie?
Dude, I would beat his ass.
Would you really?
I would beat his ass.
What if he did the worm?
Dude, I've got Gun Show and Mike Anthony watching my back, bro. He can do the worm all he wants. That's a whole different story for another time. You're going to get me in trouble. All right. We're here to talk about the best wrestling we watched all week. We've got news and rumors that we want to discuss as well. But first, you're up. Best wrestling.
So this is going to be a whole situation, right? I want to give my best wrestling. There was a lot of good wrestling this week. Kind of like Saturday night's main event. I thought that was great.
I thought it was really
good. The
good.
R-Truth thing was funny. Him coming out in Cena's garb.
You mean Ron Cena?
Ron Cena. Now they're selling Ron Cena shirts. So shout out R-Truth, man. One of the greatest to ever do it.
Yo, Ron Cena, I don't care. Win, lose, draw. They're going to make an action figure. They've got T-shirts. He had a huge match on John Cena's farewell tour.
Yeah, Ron Simmons, bro. R-Truth is one of the greatest.
Ron Cena.
Undervalued. R-Truth is one of the greatest to ever do. Also, I know people like people didn't like the comedy bit for a little bit.
I was gonna say, I hate when people get onto him about that because he is a legend. He's gonna go into the WWE Hall of Fame as a comedy character.
Yeah, and I think he's genuinely funny. That's why it's so funny when he does it, right?
Yes.
It's not like him playing a bit, right? So R-Truth, that was dope for me. But that's not my best wrestling of the week. I'm gonna go for my best wrestling of the week. This might surprise you.
Surprise, surprise.
Did you see Joe Hendry versus Trick Williams?
Yo.
And we had, for the first time ever in wrestling history, a non-contracted wrestler become the TNA champion. Do it with me, Dustin.
Ridiculous.
Do it with me. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Get him. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Trick Williams made history, man.
He did.
Trick Williams became the first, non-contracted wrestler to hold the TNA title. And I think this is big for many reasons, though. This is not, it's big for Trick. This is big for all that stuff. But I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Without AEW, this never happens. That's my hot take. Without AEW opening that door, opening that forbidden door years ago. You would never have this TNA WWE collaboration. Just saying, drop the mic, Dustin. You can disagree if you want. Debate your refrigerator.
I disagree because I think once Vince left, then business started happening between TNA and WWE. I think AEW might have helped the cause because it's like, hey, let's rub a little dirt in their face or whatever. But I think that was probably in that direction. And I think if AEW wasn't so bullheaded and if Tony Khan wasn't so against WWE, like coming for them, there's a difference in competing and coming for them, then we might see some sort of worlds collide or forbidden door with AEW and WWE. But WWE wants, like, they are top.
They are.
If you're competing for top spot,
I just think, I don't think we see this forbidden door open as much as it has without AEW pushing the envelope like they did when they first kind of, like, the first iteration of it, right?
Perhaps.
And I think, and that's why, like, when I saw it happen, I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I never thought that a WWE contracted wrestler would be holding a belt from TNA, right? Like,
remember when Mickie James came out with the Knockouts Women's World Title at Royal Rumble, and we thought that was a huge deal.
When Jordan Grace came out with the belt, it became normal, right?
Like, oh my gosh, what are they doing?
Yeah, so it's, I think, like I said, I want to know what y'all think. Will we have this situation, Trick Williams becoming the first WWE contract director to hold the TNA title? Would this happen without AEW? I think so. None of this happens without AEW opening the door years ago. Dustin shaking his head, smug. He says no. I want to know what y'all think, man. I think it's dope for wrestling in general, but I think without AEW pushing it. Like there was a boulder at the door, right? The forbidden door. There was a boulder at the forbidden door for so long, and they just kept pushing.
I feel like that forbidden door is open to AEW if they would just stop.
What? Stop being babies?
Well, just stop always taking pot shots and cheap shots at WWE. I mean, keep their names out of your mouth.
Speaking about pot shots. Did you see them play those? I want to know. as a wrestler, I got to ask you about something that happened this weekend.
Is this the TK WWE? Which quote are you talking about?
Before the match started, the Anarchy in the Arena. Kenny Omega gets in the ring. Play that shit. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. So as this is playing, they're scrapping it out at Anarchy in the Arena. And we know where that theme song originated. That's the original ECW theme song, which is, could that be a little, like you mentioned, pot shots?
Well, yeah.
But before we get into the whole pot shot thing, as a wrestler, how do you feel about wrestling to music? Having music play while your match is going on?
I think there's a place for it.
Okay.
Sandman, maybe Anarchy in the Arena. Yeah. There's a place for it. I know that we played Sue Young's, eerie theme song while she was attacking DDT. So I think it just all depends on the scene and on the character.
Yeah, because there were some people said it was forced. A lot of people online said it was a forced moment.
That's like going to a Juggalo Championship wrestling show and being upset that there's music playing or something. There's a concert. It's like rock and wrestling or something. So I think that it has to be the right setting to have the music playing during the actual match.
You don't think they were aura farming?
Could have.
You don't know what that means, do you?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, with the ECW trying to give people a feeling that they... All right, the best wrestling that I watched all week, and no cap, we've got the same one. I said at the top of the program that pro wrestling is drunk. If you stopped watching professional wrestling for an extended period of time, for 5 or 10 years now, and you tuned in and you're like, hey, let me see what they're doing, and you saw a WWE NXT superstar... First of all, if you saw the TNA Wrestling World Champion on WWE program, you'd be like, wait a second, hold on. What is going on? Mm-hmm. Did WWE buy TNA? What is going on? And then when you see that Trick Williams, an NXT superstar, which I did not see this coming. Stop yawning, Devin.
My bad, bro. It's been a long weekend for me.
Man, Joe Hendry lost the TNA Championship?
And I thought it was interesting because usually when
Trick Williams?
When you get in those spots, it's usually like, okay, you have the belt on the line, but they're not going to actually go over, right?
Exactly.
Right?
It's like a world champion eliminator match. Toni Storm has never lost an eliminator match, and then finally she did, so they made a story of it. I get it. But I did not see this coming, and I think it's cool because now I feel like we get even more Joe Hendry on NXT.
I'm with it.
Because he's going to be chasing Trick Williams for the championship.
By the way, he's built like Play-Doh, by the way.
Who?
Joe Hendry's built weird.
Dude,
He's
Williams.
A weird, no. Joe Hendry's a weird built dude. His body is like pudgy.
I feel like he looks like a wrestler, though. Joe Hendry. He don't look bad. He's just not, oh gosh. You're standing across the ring from Trick Williams. I'm sorry, you're not going to look the best. Trick looks awesome, bro. If I looked like Trick Williams, I would never put my shirt on.
There's a whole thing on the internet that says they've never seen Trick Williams wear a shirt.
Oh, I don't blame him.
He just walks around with no shirt.
You look like Trick Williams. Why would you ever wear a shirt?
He's dating my girl Last Legend, so my guy low-key won, bro. Shout out Trick Williams, man. So happy for you. Getting your moment.
Wrestling is either drunk or crazy because we have TNA Wrestling World Championship on an NXT superstar, and I can't wait to see where they go from there. All right, news and notes. I said Saturday night's main event was a big hit. The return of Cody Rhodes, great matches. Also kind of felt nostalgic, really. Like all the stuff looked retro, even though it was updated.
The referee had the old school
long sleeves, the bow tie, and all that kind of stuff.
My boy Jesse the Body Ventura made a great point on the broadcast.
Go ahead.
And we're going to bring it to this podcast.
Let's talk about it because Jesse the Body Ventura was actually hyped. Like people were talking about how great he did on those first couple. But then I've not seen the same reaction this time.
I will say the Body he made a point. How the hell can you win a cage match just by opening the door?
Yes, okay, so.
Let's talk about it, five-star.
Let's get into it.
Jesse the Body Ventura, you made a point. And I've always thought
if you're listening to this podcast right now, please put in the comments how absolutely stupid it is that you locked this cage up. You locked 2 wrestlers into a cage. that have a feud and a rivalry that's so deep that you've got to lock these guys in.
A steel cage.
A solid steel cage.
Yeah.
Or it could be a salad steel cage. Either way it goes, that's a Conrad Thompson joke.
Oh, okay.
Either way it goes, you lock these dudes in a cage, you're not supposed to be able to just walk out the door.
It's supposed to be war, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You escape the cage?
You just like open the door and walk out.
To me, that makes the babyface feel like a coward. Like, why did Damian Priest not just pin Drew McIntyre?
Mm-hmm. I think the body made a good point. Why the hell we can't? And people always say like, "Yo, there's some things in wrestling that are like goofy as hell."
Yeah.
So goofy. I think that's probably for me. One, the referee always being like he's like blind. That's probably my number one.
And that's one of their number one rules too, is not to make the referee look stupid.
Yeah. So
did you know that?
Well, that's probably one of my biggest pet peeve in wrestling. Referee acts like he's slow. Like he's like, oh, what's happening? Like what's
Where? Look over there.
Oh, like,
Where?
That's probably my number one biggest.
Oh, I missed it.
My biggest pet peeve in wrestling is the referee acting slow. Number two is probably the cage match thing.
Yeah, I hate the cage match.
Number
thing.
three, I guess since we're in the pet peeves,
Okay.
we have a ladder match and guys get the spaghetti arms.
Yeah, oh, alligator arms.
Oh, alligator arms. So like, oh, I can't reach it. Oh, I can't get there. And
The
then
belt.
somebody just comes up and just grabs it.
I'm almost there.
So that's probably my top three. What are your top three? Since we're
Well, I mean, you're right on the money with that.
This is an impromptu list right now.
You are exactly right on the money.
Biggest wrestling pet peeves. Number one.
My biggest one's got to be referees.
Yours
If you
is referees
suck
too.
as a referee could ruin a 5-star match just by messing up a count or not being where he's supposed to be.
Yep.
Like-
See, we hate it for both the reasons though. Different reasons. I hate it because they do like the.
Oh, they do.
I see the ghost like kind of thing, like you said, they can say over there, squirrel, and they're like, wait,
What?
and the guy picks up a belt,
And then you
cracks
hear
him.
this ginormous chair shot, and they're like,
What was that? So that's number one. Give me your whole list.
I mean, sheesh.
Top three biggest pet peeves in wrestling. We're gonna make this a real. So I need
Okay,
you to cook.
so top 3 pet peeves in wrestling is dumb referees.
Okay, number one.
Don't be a dumb referee. Be a real referee. I would say pet peeves in wrestling. Dumb referees wearing the same color as your opponent.
Okay.
If you both have the same color on, how did that even leave the curtain that way with a producer? And then the third, if you're giving me 3,
you have to have three because I have three.
3.
You're around wrestling every day, all day. You should have a list 5.
Yeah, but I should have been prepared for this because I'd bury somebody. What are your 3?
My top 3 biggest pet peeves in wrestling. Number one, the clueless referee.
Yep, okay.
The looking around when you hear a chair shot or hear a belt sling, like someone throw a chain in the ring and they like look so perplexed and so
Where did
confused.
he go, George?
What
Where
happened?
did he go?
Or like when a tag doesn't happen, they're like letting stuff happen and like, oh, I can't control this. Oh no! Like come on, bro, have some authority. Number 2 is cage matches. The guys can just walk out the door.
I'd put that on my list.
Jesse the Body Ventura
Easily.
made a great point. You should not be able to just walk. I could just like get up and see the door. Like, you know what? I'm gonna go.
Bye. Holla.
This is
I
supposed to be
win.
this is supposed to be a war.
I ran away, so I won.
Exactly.
That's the
I
cage
ran away
match.
first.
Yes.
This is supposed to be an all-out war. So that's number 2. And number 3 is the alligator arms and ladder matches. I've climbed the ladder before.
Yeah.
There's no reason why I should climb this ladder and my arms get shorter.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go number 1, referees. Number 2, cage match doors, beginning to walk out. And number 3, alligator arms and ladder matches.
Cosign. Boom.
There you go.
That's it.
Impromptu list, by the way. This is what we do, man. Off the top.
Jesse Ventura was right in that regard, but I think the way that he was delivering that message made him feel clueless because he was saying they've never had a cage match at Saturday Night's Main Event, and there's been so many cage matches at Saturday Night's Main Event.
He's an old head, man. He was just talking.
Yeah, it just made me feel like that he wasn't quite up to par on some of the stuff. All right, did you watch AEW Double or Nothing?
I've seen some clips come
Okay.
out. I did not watch it live.
My next question?
I saw some of the staple gun stuff, and
Okay.
I'm like, that stuff is
I did not even see it. Do you still watch AEW?
no. We've already talked about this.
So you're done.
I just don't have no reason. Like, there's nothing that appalls me to make me want to tap in.
Last year, I would have paid $60 just to get that pay-per-view so
Same.
we could talk about it on this podcast.
Same.
This year, I did not.
People send me clips. They'll send me clips, and I'll watch the clips. But like, I don't know the last time I sat and watched a full AEW show, like from like beginning.
Now
to
I
end.
do watch weekly, but I don't watch from start to finish, from cover to cover. I don't. But like while I'm editing or while I'm doing stuff, I have it on. I got it.
Yeah, I'm to the point now. I'm watching.
I do try to go out of my way to put it on.
I'm watching NXT. I'm watching Raw. I'm watching SmackDown. Like I'm tapping in. Like we're about 20 minutes into this podcast. And haven't brought up the greatest soul snatcher in freaking NXT history that happened this weekend.
I'm glad you brought that up because my buddy sent me that text message. He sent me that video and he said he hates it.
How?
He said this is the worst shit ever. He did. Followed up by I must be old.
How do you hate it? That is bro.
Sol Ruca is a superstar.
That's peak athleticism.
Finisher or not, Sol Ruca is a superstar.
No. That is peak athleticism.
Can I say it again? Sol Ruca is a superstar.
1,000%.
Millions of percent. Yes.
The vibe, the finisher, like she has it all. For you old heads out here that probably hate the soul snatcher, that is peak athleticism. You could never do it. Don't be a hater. Don't be an old head. Because she's better than you at wrestling. Bro, I watched that clip at least 40 times.
I watched it at least 5 times.
If you, I'm thinking okay, you're around a wrestling ring all the time, 5-star. Ask your people in the chat how they feel about Sol Ruca. You're not flipping backwards, bro. You're flipping in.
It's very hard. Bro, it is hard to hit the ropes in pro wrestling, much less jump off of them and do a reverse flip into a RKO out of nowhere.
Flip this way. Not that way. She flipped this way. Sol Ruca stamp, bro. I love you.
It's so hard. All right, I got a couple more notes. It's funny that my buddy did text me that video and I watched it and I thought the same thing, dude. And I talked to King Cobra
call him a hater
about this all the time. I'm like, Cobra, we're just old. Yeah, bro. This is the new business here.
He probably hated that whole 30-second sequence with Ray Phoenix and Fatu then.
Who's that? Cobra? He never saw it.
That same person
yeah, probably. Yeah. King Cobra doesn't watch.
OG.
He barely watches Memphis wrestling. He makes the matches, but he barely.
Yeah. Shout out OG, man. Let him cook.
Have you seen the internet going crazy for Karrion Kross?
Yes, he has the internet behind him right now.
Do you get it?
Why the internet loves him?
Yeah.
No.
Tried.
Because they've tried to remix his same gimmick 5 times.
Yeah, multiple times. They say he's top 5 in merch sales right now.
I think there's just people people just love the opposite. It's like going against the grain.
Yes. We like this guy.
They like the things that nobody else They like the things that that's like when Roman got over, right?
Bro, he does look like a major superstar.
He does look good.
He has a look, and then also Scarlett with him. She obviously has a look. These two look like $2 million, not $1 million, but $2 million.
But that tells you people care though. They're spending their hard-earned money on his merch.
They're buying his merch, but it's like they can't get him over.
But they put that man on. He was on what, Saturday Night's Main Event? No, not Saturday. He was on the open show. That you get there before the show.
And Saturday nights he was on Saturday. What was the show called? Superstars or something.
Whatever's the opening show at
main event, whatever it's called. But they went crazy for him. But it's weird. It's almost like just a weird, strange cult-like following for Karrion Kross that I never really see translate to television.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Like I said, but we've seen that gimmick a couple times. There's even another guy that has the same gimmick as you on the same programming.
Right. Aren't you Judgment Day?
Aleister Black.
He's Aleister Black Judgment Day.
Yeah. It's just I never understood it.
There is something there. They just have to find what it is.
Because those promos have been doing, those Keep It Real promos have been amazing to me.
They're cool, but it's come on.
I love she's trying to keep it real. Speaking of keep it real, I know we got some more notes over there, but this Becky Viola Curia situation, I love that they're bringing real life into this.
I've got
you're only great because of your boy or your husband. That's a bar.
Good stuff. William Dawson says Killer Kross does great on Instagram, and I think that's where a lot of his following and his T-shirt sales come from. That's a really good point because these guys and gals get so popular on social media. Really, WWE TV. I'm not saying it doesn't matter, but if you've got this following here that's going to buy your merch.
But the thing is, they probably followed him because of that one promo he did. Where he was
he's picking up.
Some people thought he was shooting because, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That helps. That's why I've been trying to. I would never understand the people that are local wrestlers. You got to use your social media platform. I feel I'm saying
use
this.
Our social media platform as well.
And I'm saying this because I follow a lot of local wrestlers and I go to a lot of local wrestling shows.
Preach.
5-star. I go to your show. I feel like a lot of those people, the validation of being on TV, they feel like is enough. And I feel like when you're coming up in the business, you still have to do the legwork. Yeah, you're on TV wrestling matches. Yeah, you're driving around wrestling matches. But I think the legwork for pushing your social footprint around the world is the big thing. Like, I can't just be like, yo, I'll put you on TV. Okay, thanks.
And that's it.
That's it. No.
You need to use that television. You've got to use those platforms and be able to catapult off of them, like Memphis Wrestling.
For example, like our show, the Chris Vernon show, or the Grind City Media as a whole. Is if I just did my show every day and just, you can watch me on the show. Like, you can care about my opinions, just watch the show.
Yeah.
No, like, that's not enough. I use my social media. He says it at the beginning of every one of these podcasts. Follow him on Twitter because I just yap on Twitter.
At Devin_Walker 2. I'm at Dustin Starr. Yeah, absolutely. So I always love it. Like if a Grind City Media tweets out our reel instead of us tweeting it out ourselves. There's value in that and other platforms reaching. Okay, last note, Vikingo.
Bruh.
On Monday Night Raw.
So cold.
So WWE literally swooped in and took this. How many matches has he had on AEW? That's how I know about him is from AEW. Yeah. WWE just easily goes, bloop, we want him.
And put him on Raw. Put him on Raw. He cooked. He cooked, bro. Like them. It's something about the Vikingos and the Pentas and the Ray Phoenixes. I'm putting my boy Jacob Fatu in there because that's my guy. Fatu. I also think I love Solo's new character, like him being like the kind of like the funny.
Did he win the United States title?
Who?
Solo? No, that's Jacob, right?
It's Jacob Fatu. Come on now. Jacob's trying to claim it though.
Making sure.
Like even like Fatu told like what's his name? What's the guy that got in the group now? The new guy.
Jeff Cobb.
He was like, "You ain't even from my bloodline. We ain't even related like that. I'm watching you." I'm like, "Yeah, that's my guy right there, man."
I haven't seen a lot of Jeff Cobb, but I hear he is a badass.
Oh, he is a badass, but I hope they do this right because I hope the WWE can do the thing of he has a long black hair, he has the tan. Let's put him with the bloodline.
But they,
that's goofy, lazy.
Tsunami! He came back and now he's not in the bloodline. What happened with that?
He's with
Paul.
Evolution 2.0.
That's crazy. Tsunami is over is crazy. The tsunami is so over thanks to Seth Rollins taking 8 of them.
And what do you know? Now hey world, long-term storytelling. What do you know? Seth takes 8 tsunamis and we wrap it all the way back around. And guess who's with Seth Rollins?
Guess who don't want any more of that smoke? If you can't beat them, join them, baby.
That's what we call
Do not give me another tsunami.
Hey, long-term storytelling. We love it here. AEW, you should learn it. Bum franchise. Stop video game wrestling. Shout out to WWE.
Any other news or notes that I missed?
That's probably all I got. I brought up everything I kind of like had on my notes list. I had the Soul Snatcher. I had the our Truth stuff, the cage match stuff. The Trick Williams was probably my number one thing. We'll bring this up a little bit later. I'm gonna let it marinate a little bit more because you brought up the John Cena thing last week. I really think this John Cena heel turn's a flop.
It is.
It's flop, bro.
I would have rather cheered John Cena louder than ever from the mountaintops his final run instead of trying to get us to boo him.
Yep. Because it's flop, bro. Like you would not. The GOAT should not have to. He's one of the greatest of all time. Probably the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
His retirement tour should not be as lame as it is right now.
And now we got a tag match at Money in the Bank.
And now we got a tag. Come on, bro.
But we do have both world champions in the same ring at the same time. That will be cool.
That's wrestling. That whatever. Cool. That's
okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, right.
That's words.
Okay.
Are you actually excited about the match?
No, absolutely not. A tag team main event. There are tag team specialists and tag team wrestlers. Like other tag team wrestlers would tell me, you're crazy. I would love a tag team title match main event. I'm the singles title main event guy. It's supposed to be a big singles match or a triple threat for the world title or something. Now you got both world titles not being defended, but then also you have 2 Money in the Bank winners.
I like that.
So that'd be kind of cool.
That. But I just think it's the whole Cena retirement tour has been a dud so far. Other than like the big splash moment we've had at Elimination Chamber, bro, I think it's been like I said, I like the R-Truth stuff. Like that was cool. Like we're doing like give me
the greatest hits.
They're playing the Cena classics, right? But I just think as a retirement tour, as a heel, it's been
wrapping things up here on Grind City Wrestling. Want to remind you that on Sunday, June the 8th, WWE legend, former women's champion, the Phenom Jazz is coming to Memphis Wrestling. You can get those tickets and meet her at memphiswrestling.tv. Also, immediately following that television taping, Jazz is going to step in the ring and do a training seminar with local wrestlers that sign up and register for that. You can register at WrestleCenter901.com. Got a lot coming up. Memphis Wrestling Kids Camp's coming up July 17th and 18th. We just announced Rikishi coming for 2 dates in August, one of which he's going to help raise funds for St. Jude. It's the Tupelo Super Show. You can get all the information.
The what?
Tupelo Super Show.
Nobody loves rhyming shit like wrestling events. Bro.
Coming up. Get those tickets, memphiswrestling.tv. And we've got some other big ones that we're going to announce coming up, too. I want to tease you with the names, but you'd have to join YouTube members only for that. Devin, what's going on this weekend?
Put him out there. No, I'm chilling, bro. It's summertime for a lot of people. Summertime for me. Summertime for you. I'll be chilling, watching a lot of wrestling, talking a lot of crap apparently on the internet. You know, I'm about to start streaming, so just tap in, bro.
I will.
I'm about to start streaming on Twitch. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but
you play video games that much?
Play video games.
Just 2K?
I'll probably just chill, like talk, just catch a vibe, Oh, by the way, speaking of catching a vibe, do you know somebody that can give me? Never mind. We'll talk about this off here.
All right. Well,
we'll talk about this off here.
I
didn't talk about this off here.
Uh-oh. What's going on here?
I need something for this. I need something this weekend.
All right. That's all the time we got.
It's definitely legal. My bad. I thought
it's
somebody
definitely legal.
Oh,
okay. Well, it depends on what state you're in, I guess.
Yeah, it's not that though.
No?
I got enough of that.
All right. You want to sing us out today?
5, 2. Wait. 5, 2.
That's all the time we've got here on Grind City Wrestling. I am Dustin Starr. He's Devin Walker, baby, saying so long, everybody. Is that a song?
That's a 5-2 song.
Just do the 5-2.